Here only costs you $6 to $5.
Welcome to the real world. Now you see those bags are made in China. China makes 80% of your designer banks with the Chinese supplier behind Under Armour, Shenzhou International. Nike shoes from China to your country. Who are the suppliers behind the settlement? One investigation recently found that Chinese run factories were paying workers $2 an hour to assemble $18 Armani handbags, and they still got the Made in Italy stamp. It's all smoke and mirrors. These TikTok exposees are cracking the illusion wide open. If your $2,000 purse is made by the same hands as a $50 duplicate, why pay 40 times more? It's not just China breaking the rules, it's the brands gaming the system. And now the workers who have been hidden behind the curtain, they're stepping into the spotlight and showing the world the truth. And frankly, I'm all for it. Expose these luxury brands that have been ripping us off for too long. The world's factory is speaking, and the message is clear. You've been paying for a label, not the labor. And in this new global economy, the label might not be worth that much anymore.
So now we know why America really didn't want us to see what they was doing over in China. And if you don't know, click the search bar and see how China just exposed America. That designer that you've been spending your money on, $200, $300, $400, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, all of your hard-earned money basically been going to knockoffs, if that's what y'all want to call them, Canal Street specials, if I might say. China is basically saying that your favorite designer gets their bags, their clothes, their shoes made in China, not Italy. So when you thinking you getting the finest of threads, you getting them from China. And now China is saying that they got them for the low, like they been had them, but they just not keeping it secret no more. So what they're saying is that designer that we've been wearing, they've been making, and they make them for cheaper, and we might as well not buy that designer that we've been buying. It's kind of strange to me because a lot of people been losing their lives to get designer. It's a lot of people that lost their lives over designer. And you're telling me that China's been making it? All I can say is this trade war is exposing the real from the fake and the fake from the real. If that makes sense. I'm out.
Something pretty funny is happening right now, and Black Americans are loving it. China is out here calling out luxury brands, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Nike, and more. Chinese shoppers are saying these brands are overpriced, low quality, and just not worth the hype anymore. They are posting reviews, exposing the poor craftsmanship, and dragging them all over social media. And the way Black Americans are reacting, it's pure entertainment. People are loving and saying things like, finally, someone else sees what we have been saying for years. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Rosemary. Kindly consider subscribing to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we get to the video, let me play a few clips on the same, and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of these videos.
If you ended up on the Chinese supplier side of TikTok, they're exposing some of these bigger brands like Nike, Dior, for buying their products cheaply and then just slapping the logo on it and, you know, all that stuff, marking up the prices and things like that. And, I mean, that's been out there for years, right? You got DHgate, you got Alibaba and stuff like that. You could literally Google, and it's the same thing, right? But I wanted to show you this isn't a coincidence that this happened, right? Especially that's the reason why I feel like they want to get rid of TikTok. Isn't because of security reasons. It's because the way that we're all connected, correct? Like, you know, Trump starts this trade war with China and other countries, but specifically China. And then there's a viral video of J.D. Vance calling these people Chinese peasants. Then goes to this Chinese supplier chain where they show you guys that, yeah, it's all made in the same factory. They just mark up the prices. They just slap a logo on it. So, you know what I mean? This isn't a coincidence that this has happened. And this is why we love TikTok, because TikTok's going to show you the real, right? And so that's, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying every bit of it because, you know, the United States has an overconsumption issue. We also have a luxury issue where we want the best and We want to look better than everybody else. We want to be able to look down on everybody else, and it all comes from the same goddamn factory. You know what I mean? You paid $1,000 for something that was made for $10, right? So, yeah.
For a long time, many Black Americans have had a love-hate relationship with these luxury brands. On one hand, a luxury fashion has always been a symbol of success. Wearing designer clothes was seen as a way to say, yes, I made it. But on the other hand, these same brands have ignored or disrespected Black culture over and over again. They have done things like release racist design, leave Black people out of their aunts and runaways, or use Black culture for style but never give credit. So now that China is standing up and saying enough, Black Americans are watching and cheering. Social media has been full of jokes. People are comparing $1,000 bags to cheap knockoffs, saying stuff like, that looks like it came from a dollar store with a logo slapped on it. One person said, China is saying what we are too broke to say out loud. And honestly, that one had people screaming with laughter. But even though it's funny, there's also a deeper truth in all of it. A lot of people are starting to ask real questions like, why do we even chase these brands? What are we really getting from them besides a name? This moment is making folks rethink what luxury really means. Is it about quality, respect, status? Because right now, it's starting to feel like a scam. Some of these bags and shoes are falling apart after a few months. Some don't even look good. And the worst part of it, the companies barely care about the people who made them popular in the first place. Hip-hop artists, athletes, and influencers, especially Black ones, made these brands cool. They wore them, shouted them out in music, and helped give them global attention. But the brands didn't give that same love back. So now with China calling them out, Black folks are like, we knew, welcome to the club. And honestly, it's making some people take their money elsewhere. More and more Black Americans are starting to support Black-owned brands or smaller designers who actually care about the culture. People are realizing that real style doesn't come from a brand name. It comes from confidence, creativity, and community. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to look good. You just need to feel good about what you wear and who you support. This is a good reminder for luxury brands. People are not dumb anymore. Shoppers are smarter. They are asking questions. They want to know where their money is going, who they are supporting, and what kind of values a brand really has. If you disrespect people, if you put out eraser designs, if you treat your customers like they are lucky to buy from you, that attitude doesn't fly anymore. Not in 2025, not with the internet watching. Black Americans are watching all this happen and just nodding like, yep, we're trying to tell you all. It's funny, but it's also refreshing. It's a moment of truth because Black communities have been dealing with these issues for years, but we often ignored. And now that Chinese consumers are saying the same thing and saying it loudly, the whole world is paying attention. In the end, people are starting to realize that luxury isn't just about a name. It's about how something makes you feel. And more than that, it's about respect. If a brand can't respect its customers, then it doesn't matter how shiny the logo is. People are waking up, and honestly, that's a beautiful thing. So shout out to China for saying what needed to be said, and shout out to Black folks for loving, clapping, and dropping some of the best jokes on the internet right now. The roast session is in full swing, and luxury brands better be taking notes because if they don't change, they are gonna keep getting dragged. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.